Part of me dies inside whenever I go to like a restaurant that does like foreign European cuisine and I see fucking fish and chips there. I'm just like, why are you selling fish and chips?
The best fish and chips though I ever had was this British Irish pub called Hobgoblin in Shibuya.
What do you mean ever? It's the best fish and chips you've ever
No,
had.
in Japan.
Okay,
In Japan. Obviously. No, in Japan. Because every other fish and chips I've had is like, they vinegar the fuck out of the fish, where it's just like, I'm not eating fish, I'm eating solid vinegar.
They should let you put the vinegar on yourself.
Yeah, but like, but like there's places where they just like do it for you.
That's fucked up. That's not right.
Yeah, so like the vinegar is like inside the fucking like meat of the fish, and I'm just like, this does not taste like fish. It tastes like vinegar. Like as much as I love vinegar, don't get me wrong.
What's the maximum you'd pay for fish and chips?
Abroad or in England?
That's just a full stop.
I mean, how big are we talking? Like a
normal portion.
Like a normal portion like that?
That's why I was like, you know, when I went to this place.
15. No, that's
the most.
That's what I mean, right? They charged me $22. I'm still angry about this, by the way. This
Wait, $22 for a fish and chips?
$22, and it was shit. Honestly, it was not very good.
Wait, is that at the Welsh place?
Yeah, it was at the Welsh town.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm like completely ruining their like any foreign tourism they get now. But like that was like that fish and chips is a horror, and they increased the price.
Welsh town reviewed by a Welshman.
It was. I'm still annoyed about it. $22.
$22 is pretty ridiculous.
My mum she probably slapped me if she saw that I've handed money for that. It was like a £5 fish and chips as well. It was not my chip.
Was it like a fucking frozen Iceland fish and chips?
It wasn't good. It was like more batter than fish.
That's what I've noticed whenever I've tried fish and chips that have not been from England. Because even in England, not every fish and chips you get is fucking good anyway.
A lot of them are shit. A lot of them are really shit.
Like I'd say 80% of fish and chips you get in England is shit anyway. That's why you
gotta
so why would I trust it outside of England?
That's why you got to go to a nice pub, a nice fancy kind of pub that does like focuses on food a lot, and they'll have fish and chips on the menu. It'll probably be fucking banging. They might have like triple deep fried fries as well.
Honestly, I want to take you guys to the Hobgoblin because it's like a proper barramundi like fish and chips.
I mean, like the best fish and chips I've had is in Brighton, and it's like
is that the one you took us to?
Bankers?
I believe so.
I can't remember.
Probably, yeah.
They live next to a fucking ocean.
Yeah, it's because we live next to the fucking sea, right? So that's like, it's good fish and chips because the fish is just fresh and you can taste it as fresh, and it's like...
Yeah, the one you took us to in Brighton was easily the best fish and chips I've ever had.
But like even so, like there's something, I feel weird whenever like, you know, you go to Japan and people are like, yo, you can try the ramen, you can try the sushi, you can try all these different cuisines. And someone visits me in fucking England, and I'm like, yo, you want to get you want to get some fish and chips? Well, go to the local chippy, go to a pub, and I'm just like,
that's where you're going wrong. You immediately have to get them drunk so that they can't, like, so they don't focus on.
They can't judge correctly.
That's what I do. I'm like, let's go to the pub right away. Like, but four beers in, you won't care what we're eating.
But like, the problem is when they're staying for like a week, right? Because you're just like, how many days in a row can they drink alcohol before they realize?
So I'm gonna blow your mind with the Tesco meal deal.
Before they realize that there's just not much to our culture that we can show off to like tourists that visit us. That's what I think.
I mean, it's the same problem in Australia as well. Like, after you have a kangaroo steak, there's literally nothing else. It's like, we have fish and chips as well, but like not as good.
Yeah, because I think the one thing I've realized after moving to Japan or after moving outside of England and, you know, living in places like Thailand and Japan and stuff like that is that to me in England there's not much to do apart from drink. Right? if you don't drink,
is that what happens when you live in a place, or is that what happens when you like leave it and are aware? Like, I wonder, because like, do you know what there's much to do in is there much to do in Australia that you know of?
Other than going to the pub and going to the beach, not really.
Fuck, it's depressing, isn't it?
Yeah, like at least we have really nice fucking beaches.
Yeah, at least you got that. We don't even have nice beaches. Like I am from.
Hey, my beach is very nice. There's plenty of free needles and like, trash and everything.
Like I tell people I grew up in a beach town, a beach city.
Yeah.
It's Brighton.
Yeah, Brighton shit.
Yeah, and we have Pebble. We like Brighton is the tourist beach in England, right? And it's like the worst beach I've ever been to. It's just rocks. And I say that as someone who grew up in Brighton. I'm born and bred in Brighton. And I'm just like, it's just a bunch of fucking rocks. You can't even go there barefooted, right?
And to make matters worse, Brighton is just as expensive as London. So like, what's the point of like?
It wasn't always like that.
You're like, I remember, they gentrified my area.
I remember a time when Brighton was cheap.